guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jenny, and if you're coming back, welcome back. If you're coming back, quick update. I'm so sorry I haven't uploaded a video here in YouTube in about 2 weeks. Long story short, I had a family emergency and I had to travel outside of the country, and everything is better now, don't worry. But with that trip, I just didn't have time to pre-film before I left, and then when I came back I got a little bit sick, which I'm still getting over a cold, so I'm so sorry if my voice sounds like I'm a little bit sick, because I am. And I really wanted to put this video up for you guys because I miss being here on YouTube, so I hope you don't mind. But if you probably saw from the title, in today's video I'm gonna be sharing with you my tips for packing when traveling and just in general how I pack. So far in this year, I've traveled outside of the country 3 or 4 times, and every year in general I travel at least once or twice. So through that experience, I guess, I've definitely gotten better at packing, and I picked up some tips and tricks here and there, and I really want to share them with you. So if you want to see my tips for packing, then continue watching. Alright, so my first tip is to roll up your clothes and to use packing cubes. I cannot tell you how much easier packing has become ever since I started implementing these 2 things. I feel that when you roll up your clothes, you definitely save a lot more space, but if you put them in packing cubes, it's even gonna make everything better because you're gonna have all of your clothes more organized and you're gonna save a ton of space. I personally like to section out my cubes. For example, I use a larger cube for my main outfits like dresses, jumpsuits, whatever I'm taking, I'll put in one large cube, and then I'll use a different cube for bras, underwear, PJs, and whatever you're taking with you. It's gonna make everything so much easier when you're looking for things on your luggage. The ones that I got them off Amazon, and this is just how I store them. I use one of the cubes and I fold the rest ones inside so that they're just ready to go every time I travel. And I really like this ones because they are super thin, so they're not gonna add any additional weight on your luggage, but they also have a sheer cover. It really allows you to see what you pack on your cube, so when you're looking for something specifically, you can easily just see it and go to that specific cube. So I really recommend for you to use packing cubes. And I got these ones off Amazon, so I'll link them down below in my description box if you want to check them out. And my second tip is to pack your shoes in shoe bags. I did not do this before, and if you think about it, it's seriously gross if you just pack your dirty shoes in between your luggage and your other clothing items. These ones that you see right here are just bags that I got from different purchases, and I just felt that they were the perfect bags to store things, so I just use them to put my shoes every time I travel. You can also buy them on Amazon, but if you have any cube bag or anything where you can store your shoes, you can totally reuse items like that. I really like to put my shoes in bags because number 1, it's gonna keep everything in your luggage more clean, and number 2, it's also gonna protect your shoes from getting bent or getting dirty with other things in your luggage. So I really recommend packing your shoes in shoe bags. Tip number 3 is to use any thick items. For example, I use my jeans or any jackets or anything that I take that it's bulky in my suitcase to fill in any gaps in between the cubes, or if you want to protect certain items, like for example, I like to put them around my purses or around my shoes to protect and also serve as cushion. My tip number 4 is to use purses or any other additional space in your luggage for storage. For example, if I bring a purse with me, I like to put my sunglasses inside or anything that I want to store inside of my purses. You can do the same if you take any shoes, like for example tennis shoes. You can use the space inside of the shoes to store any delicate items, so that number 1, those items are going to be more protected, and number 2, you're also going to save more space. Number 5 is to bring a bag for dirty clothes. In my case, sometimes I do bring in a specific bag for dirty clothes, but you can use anything, honestly. You can even use a packing cube and just designate it for dirty clothes so that when you start using up your clothes, you don't have to mix your clean clothes with dirty clothes. Alright, so my tip number 6 is to downsize any toiletries that you bring for your trip. For example, your shampoos, conditioners, body wash. Move them from your big container at home and put them into this smaller bottles so that you only take the right amount that you're going to need for your travel time. You can easily buy these bottles off Amazon or Target, and they're just going to save you so much more space and weight. It is really important that you also put your toiletries on a clear bag or somewhere where it's going to be easy for you to find your things. I got this one off Target, I believe, a long time ago, so if I still can find it, I'll link it down below, but if not, I'll find something similar. But I really like this one because it is very spacious and it allows me to bring everything I need for my trip. Another thing that I like to do is that I actually carry my skincare in a separate smaller pouch, just because that way my creams and serums are gonna be in a separate bag and at an easier access. I just like to keep everything organized and in different bags. I normally put this in my backpack or in my carry-on, but I always make sure to bring it with me. That way, in case I want to use a face cream or my serums on the plane, then I can do so. So I really would recommend you to bring your skincare with you. All right, my tip number 7 is to bring a backpack instead of a big purse with you. And I used to be the girl that would always travel with a big tote or purse with me on the plane, but honestly, ever since I switched to a backpack, traveling has been so much easier. Not only because if you bring a large purse with you, it is more inconvenient because you are gonna have to carry it in one shoulder as opposed to a backpack. It's really gonna allow you to be hands-free. I really love bringing this one specifically because it has all of the smaller pockets that I need, and especially because I always travel with my laptop, my camera, my iPad, and all my electronics. This backpack really fits everything that I need. So I really like bringing a backpack as opposed to a purse for my personal item. All right, tip number 8. You might know this already, but I just wanted to mention it, and it is to bring your electronics with you on the plane, on your personal bag or carry-on. I always make sure to bring my laptop, iPad, camera, and anything electronic-wise with me, because if you put it in your check bag, there's no guarantee that they're gonna be safe. So it's always better be safe than sorry. Okay, tip number 9 is to bring a smaller wallet with you. I normally carry a bigger wallet on an everyday basis, but when traveling, you're really not gonna need all of the credit cards or store cards that you normally carry with you. I really like to bring this a smaller wallet because I bring just what I need. My ID, a couple credit cards, and maybe my bank card and some cash. And along with the credit cards, it is really important if you're gonna be traveling overseas to call your bank before you're gonna leave in case you're planning to use your credit card. Some banks will block your transaction because they might think that your card got stolen. So if you give them a call ahead and let them know that you're gonna be traveling to so-and-so place for how long, that will help you so that if you use your credit card overseas, your transaction will go through. And the second tip too, along with I guess cash and just paying for things, is to bring only the right amount of cash that you need. Don't bring extra cash, especially if you are gonna be planning to use your credit card. Just bring the right amount of cash that you need and put only a smaller amount on your wallet, and also separate some of the cash and put it somewhere else in another bag. That way, if for whatever reason you lose your wallet, you still have more cash with you. Alright, so tip number 10 is to bring your passport and a pen and place them in an easy access pocket. For example, in my backpack, I like to place them in the front pocket. You're probably gonna have to show your passport in a few places, and it's just easier if you have it in an easy access place. So tip number 11 is to bring a jacket and an additional shirt or change of clothes with you on your backpack or carry-on. It's always better to bring an extra jacket in case you get cold, and in addition to change of clothes in case something happens, you spill something on you and you need to change, you have an additional change with you. It's always better to be prepared. Number 12 is that I always like to bring a neck pillow with me, especially if you're gonna be flying on a long flight. It's gonna make such a big difference to be more comfortable on the plane. If you're not using it, you can easily put it on your backpack or strap it somewhere on your carry-on, but it is definitely comfortable to have a neck pillow with you. Alright, tip number 13 is that I always bring a backup battery or external battery, whatever you call it, but it's gonna be a lifesaver in case you run out of battery in one of your devices, especially your phone, and there's no plug. It's gonna be a lifesaver if you have a backup battery. And don't forget to bring the cable to charge your backup battery in case you use it all up. Tip number 14 is to keep items that you need frequently really at an easy access. And I mean by that, do not put them on your carry-on bag that's gonna be above your seat on your plane because it's gonna be very uncomfortable to get it out. I normally like to place these items either on my purse or backpack, whatever you have, but the one that you have on you next to your seat. These items for me are, for example, a lip balm because I go crazy if I don't have one, any hand cream or headphones, for example, any pain medicine. I try to bring these things really in an easy access pocket. For example, this backpack has it right in the front so that when I need it, it's at an easy access. And we're down to the last tip, which is number 15. And to me, that's one of the most important things after my cell phone and laptop possibly, but it is my makeup. And I make sure to always bring my makeup in a safe place, which is with me, in my backpack or my carry-on bag. I never ever check it because you never know. Especially eyeshadow palettes are so fragile that yeah, I cannot risk it. So I always make sure to bring it with me in my backpack or carry-on bag. And I've actually done a dedicated video in which I show how I pack my makeup when I travel. So if you still haven't seen that, I'll link that somewhere here in the screen, and I'll also link it down below in my description box so that you can go watch that after. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope these tips help you in some way. I know that I go through this list every time I travel. It's really important for me to have everything that I need and that everything is functional and organized so that it makes my travel a little bit easier. So I really hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.